and welcome to the weekly weather briefing for Monday, June 4th. This is brought to you by the National Weather Service in Spokane. And for the overview for the next week, it's going to be fairly quiet throughout the work week. There's going to be a few mountain showers this afternoon, maybe a thunderstorm or two way up near the Canadian border. And then we're looking at dry conditions through the work week. We're going to have fairly cool temperatures tonight through Tuesday night, and then we're going to have a warming trend through Friday. And then we're going to have another cool down this weekend as the next cold front comes through, and that cold front is probably going to bring some showers and possibly some thunderstorms sometime during the weekend, Saturday at this point, but that might change. So you're going to want to check the forecast for updates later on this week on that. Here's our general overview of what's going on. Basically, there's a cold front came through the region last night. That's currently in Montana, and that's bringing us the cooler conditions right now. However, you see that low pressure out in the Pacific. That's going to largely remain stationary, and as it does, it's going to pump some warmer air from the southwest into our region. And that's going to cause an increase in temperatures as the week wears on. Eventually, this weekend, that low pressure will move on shore and bring us another cold front, another round of unsettled weather, and a cooling trend. The main thing we want to highlight for the next couple of mornings at least is we have some dry air over us, and the skies are going to clear out pretty quickly after sunset. And that's going to cause our temperatures to drop pretty rapidly after sunset and overnight. So what we're looking at in some of the sheltered valleys, especially in the northern mountains, temperatures might be hovering in the mid-30s or so by tomorrow morning. And this impact means we might have a little bit of light frost on certain plants out there that are exposed in these sheltered valleys. This will be mainly tonight and Tuesday night. And we're talking about the outlying sheltered valley regions such as Republic, the Deer Park area, maybe the traditional cold spots like in the northern Columbia Basin. But this does not look like a killing frost, and in fact, we may not see freezing temperatures anywhere, but they're going to be getting fairly cool tonight. So if you have any tomato plants out there and you live up in those valleys, you might want to consider protecting them or at least keeping an eye on the temperature. Other than that, we are looking at a general warming trend through the weekend. We're a little bit below normal today. We're going to go up to about normal tomorrow. And we'll probably peak on Thursday and maybe moderate a little bit on Friday. And then that cold front comes in for the weekend, and we just start the cycle right over again for Sunday and Monday. We'll just get right back into the slightly climbing temperatures once again that we've seen the last couple of weeks. We get a warm up, then we get a cold front, then we get a warm up again. So for today and this evening, we're looking at just some scattered showers, maybe a thunderstorm or two, mainly in the northern mountains up near the Canadian border. And we're pretty high confident because our radar shows that this is happening as we speak. But that stuff's going to all die down quickly after sunset when the instability disappears, and we're going to have a largely clear to partly cloudy overnight period throughout the region. And then for the rest of the work week at least, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, we are looking at just dry and sunny conditions. It's going to be the warming trend will be occurring. We don't see any precipitation chances anywhere. The winds, which are a little bit breezy today, will be generally dying down. So we're looking at a fairly benign, quiet, early summer week coming up with no major weather issues to speak of. And then the cold front comes in next Saturday, it's looking like at this point. However, it could be delayed by a half day or even moved up by 12 hours or so. This is why you're going to want to monitor the forecast later on this week so we can nail that timing down a little bit better. Our confidence is quite high that we are going to get the cold front and we are going to get a cooling trend this weekend. At this point, the actual aerial extent of any thunderstorm potential, the confidence is only moderate, but we are confident somebody will be getting some showers and maybe a thunderstorm or two this weekend as that front comes through. And as far as our remaining flooding issues are concerned, we're pretty much quieted down. A lot of the mountain snow melt is has tapered off. We've lost a lot of our snowpack over the last couple of weeks. The only flooding we have left now is the Pend Oreille River below Albany Falls, and this is expected to actually recede below flood stage on or about Thursday or so. So good news on the flooding front. We don't expect any further flooding anywhere, at least due to snowmelt for this spring. So in summary, we're looking at a quiet and dry early summer work week. We're looking at active weather to return with a cooling trend and a cold front this weekend with maybe some showers and thunderstorms. And the 8 to 14 day outlook, it looks like the odds slightly favor above normal temperatures across the region, and the odds don't really give us any strong signal either way as to whether it's going to be wetter or drier than normal. And we invite you to stay informed. We have a number of resources out there on the web and in social media. And at this time, does anybody have any questions?